advice do you have for young women who turn to OnlyFans for solely financial reasons? What else could they do for money?
Literally anything else. You're not going to have a life of comfort. You're not going to have a life of like whatever you see on Instagram. I mean, I slept on friends' couches. I actually had a friend, ironically, in Miami who, like, we were best friends all through high school, went to a club one night, and our luck somehow ended up with, like, meeting, you know, Wyclef and Lil Wayne, and she just turned the whole life. And I remember I was so broke, and she was living in, like, a condo in Miami. We were in our early 20s, and I was visiting her coming from school, and she gave up school, you know, sleeping with everybody, Drake, you know, but she was living in, like, you know, imagine I'm like 20 years old, and I was 19, I think, and she was living, it just looked like she had so much, you know? And
where's she at now?
well, I'm gonna update you on her story real quick, right? And she was so innocent, but then she just was effing everybody, and every rapper was paying for her. And I remember vividly crying on the phone with my friend named Devin, and I was just like, it's so unfair. She has everything, and it's like, if only I just slept with this guy, like I could have everything that he has. And he said, Candace, if you think that in 10 years your life is not going to be better than hers, you're out of your mind. Just promise you, stop being friends with her. After I just couldn't look at her do this to her life anymore. And 10 years later, almost to the day, I was with Charlie Kirk. We walked into the Four Seasons Hotel in Los Angeles, and she was the hostess.
Wow, working.
Oh, shit.
So it's, you know, you make a deal with the devil, and then
Who recognized him
guess
first?
what? I mean, both of us, we were
immediately
literally
recognized.
best friends.
Yeah, okay.
You know, like inseparable sisters, and like the temptation, the money, the whatever from that one night. And she threw herself at the rappers too. Like it wasn't like it was Wyclef Jean. Like it wasn't like he was being like, she threw herself at him, whole thing. And it was wild. And actually, funny enough, then I went and started working out of school, and I was working in private equity. And my boss got married, and he wanted to get Wyclef Jean. So I hadn't seen Wyclef since and then I saw him, and he said to me, I'll never forget this, in the elevator, I am so proud of you for where you ended up in life. And like, because he just knew that I was the friend that said no.
Wow.
She was a friend that said yes. And so when I say this stuff to women, I understand how easy it is, and I understand how hard it is to like get off your feet. And I was the person crying, being like, oh my God, it could be so easy. But I'm telling you, like, it's just not worth it, you know? Like, it's not worth it. The person that you can attract, there's just so much more to life. And I want all of you guys to just like hear that message and know that like you just don't have to like live in the fast lane, you know? Live in the slow lane.
Isn't that crazy?
We need to clip that and send that to every girl that's 21 that wants to be a bottle rat and do all this like 304 shit.
By the way,
real talk, man.
We had a girl on the show from Brazil. Remember, she was considering OnlyFans? Well, guess what? She did it. She made one. I wish she was here to hear that conversation, because she made her OnlyFans like 2 days ago.
Being broke, it feels so permanent when you're in
By the
it.
way, I didn't buy it. Her friend told me. That's all I know.
Okay. Sorry, you were saying, Candace? Sorry.
Just like when you're being broke, when you're broke and you're in it, it feels like it's just like, how am I ever gonna like get out of this? But I also tell people, because my faith is intact, that looking in the retrospect, every single challenge that God gives you, like he picks you uniquely for those challenges. You know what I mean? And I'm so grateful for being broke. I'm so grateful for like when I was sleeping in my car, sleeping on someone's couch, sleeping in someone's closet, like just trying to like stay alive in New York, because I know that it was like his perfect design to have me go through those experiences, because there was something bigger at the end of that, where like now I can speak with authority when I'm like talking to Destiny, and he's like, are you lying about being poor? This is the dumbest shit I've ever had. It was so dumb. But I can speak with authority because I've been there. You know, I'm not saying this, I think I'm better than you. Like I know what options face a woman when they're young, you know, but don't do a deal with the devil.
I love that you said there's a choice, because there's a choice. Women choose some of these bad choices. Okay. What's your advice for a young